I'm Chris Gray, and today I have with me my assistant Haley, and we're going to demonstrate for you the HealthTeller working with a Bluetooth enabled weight scale. Bay Area Digital is using the A&D Bluetooth weight scale as the weighing device with HealthTeller. Right now you're looking at the bottom of the scale, and because we're using a carpeted office, we have to have these 4 round feet attached. The feet can come off, and you can use it on a non-carpeted surface without these feet being on the scale. Here on the back also you can change the batteries. It runs on AA batteries, and there are some adjustments for pounds and kilograms and things like that. Turning the scale over, you see on the top most of the surface is available to stand on, but at the back in the center is a visual display, a window that you're not supposed to step on, and that if you can see the scale, will show you the weight before the weight is sent via Bluetooth to HealthTeller. Right here on the front of the scale is an on-off, well, it's really an on button. You press it, hold it in for a moment, and then the scale will turn itself on and adjust itself to 0. It will turn off after about 10 seconds after you've taken your weight. So there's the A&D scale itself. Going back now to HealthTeller will actually demonstrate how a person would use it to take their weight. And I'm going to focus here on how a new user would use it, and then tell you some things about how you might use it after you've gotten some experience with the scale, with HealthTeller, and so forth. Right now we're at the home screen, the welcome screen, and I'm going to push the information button on the top left to go into the menu system.
Main menu. For the products menu, press OK.
So HealthTeller is telling you that you're at the main menu, and you could use the keys here on the right to move up and down that menu and go into the products menu, go into a help menu, or a contact information menu. Right now we're going to go into the products menu.
Products menu. Check your weight.
Now, as you can see here, you can do a lot of things. You can check your weight, you can check your blood pressure, etc., etc. In this case, we want to check our weight. So again, I'll press the Enter key or the OK key.
Turn on the scale, step on it from 3 to 5 seconds without moving, and then hang on while your weight reading is determined.
So we'll move over here. So we've moved over to the scale. I reach forward, press the on button, wait for a second for the scale to organize itself. And nobody wants to weigh themselves on video, so we've got a handy phone book here we're going to use instead. And what will happen first is the scale will announce the, not announce, the scale will show the weight of the phone book. It will then transmit that weight to HealthTeller via Bluetooth. In fact, we can actually hear that happening right now. Probably it won't be on the video, but there's a tiny sound.
Mr. Smith, your weight is 4.6 pounds. Your data will be stored with a timestamp of 11:03 p.m. Home. Press the top left key to enter the main menu.
So I sort of talked over it a little bit, but what happened was the scale, the HealthTeller said good evening, gave a person's name, Mr. Smith, gave the weight, said the data would be stored in the repository of information about Mr. Smith, and you may also have been able to hear that information being transmitted to the database. And that's basically how a person would do their weight. Now, later on, the reality is you don't have to go through the menu system. HealthTeller will give you information. It will remind you, if you haven't used a device for a while, how to use it. But if you simply are at this main menu right now and turn on the scale, take your weight reading, HealthTeller will pick it up and announce it to you, and you don't have to go through any menus at all. So it has really two completely different ways of using it. The way that you might use it is entirely up to you. And that's all we have to say about taking your weight.